Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video we're going to do the Forex market wrap. We're going to go over some charts of interest and what's happened. Finally starting to see that dollar drop that we were looking for earlier in the week. As you can see here, euro dollar's rallying quite considerably. We took this sort of different approach. We took dollar Swiss instead of euro dollar. But you know, euro dollar's rallying to the upside. This is what we've been waiting for all week. We tried to buy Aussie US dollar, didn't work out for us, even though now it looks like it's going to start rallying. Kiwi, we tried to buy, we didn't get in that fortunately, because price continued to move to the downside. However, we did take this dollar Swiss short, which is doing really well. It is Friday, so I'm just going to close these positions out. We've done with that one, and yesterday we took a CAD Swiss short as well, where we're looking for targets to come back down into these lows. Price is just bouncing at this previous structure high at the moment, which isn't greatest. However, you know, price could still continue to the downside here, but we're just going to wait. I want to see how it closes really. If it can break below this low and hold below this low, that would be great. If not, then we could look to bank this position as well and wait for another opportunity. Price pretty much went 1-to-1. We had a 37 pips stop loss, and the market moved 40 pips to the downside. So typically when the market does move over 1-to-1, you want to be taking some money off, or at least moving your stops to break even. But it is, like I said, it's a Friday. You can choose to do what you want. If the market does continue to push lower, then you've got the opportunity to hold this trade a little bit longer. But essentially, we were looking for that momentum in the Swiss franc to push this market lower. So that's good. The market's moved in our favour. Pound from last week, I banked also before the rally. We had this. We actually traded short here with a stop loss but above these highs. It went against us pretty much all through the week until it broke through recently and took out these lows. So banked that profit just at that low there, just because, you know, obviously we had that loss on Aussie US dollar as well, which I wanted to make sure that we were covered for. So yeah, all in all, it's been a bit of a up and down week, but dollar Swiss and CAD Swiss doing the job for us. This is really nice to see on euro. If you look at the weekly time frame, we might get a nice bullish weekly close below this level, which does suggest that we could see a reversal. We spoke earlier in the week about on the outlook that I don't think, you know, it's the right time to buy the US dollar, and we looked at euro dollar and the potential for this zone to play out, which could be playing out right now. We could be seeing that zone holding and seeing a potential push to the upside. So I'll be keeping an eye on this. The dollar's finally starting to move. I don't think it's going to move too far. I'm still quite bullish the dollar in terms of longer term outlook. But if we can get a pullback into, you know, the previous breakout low, which is just this low in here, I would like to see the market pull back into that before seeing a continuation to the downside. So yeah, Euro's bouncing nicely, Aussie's bouncing nicely as well. Again, we take a look at that weekly, just in that zone. The market could be moving a little bit higher. Just get rid of all these. Be interesting to see how next week performs here, because if it gives us a false breakout, then I do feel like we would get to see some upside as well. Kiwi, we predicted to move higher this week, obviously hasn't, apart from today with the dollar selling off. So yeah, it's just been one of those weeks where we're just having to wait a little bit longer than anticipated to see something start to move for us. You know, just looking at this daily time frame, where's it finding support? Guess previous structure lows and this area through here. So, you know, if it does start to find a little bit of support there, we could anticipate first a short-term move back into this daily structure low on a lower time frame, and then we could look for either something like a bounce from there, like something like this to form, and then potential upside depending on what the dollar index is doing as well, and of course the updates of the coronavirus and X, Y, and Z. So keep your eye on these charts. We'll have a look in the market outlook, obviously, in a little bit more depth. But that's the kind of Forex market wrap this week. Dollar starting to sell off, which is which has been good. You know, dollar CAD moving nicely lower as well, in line with this weekly time frame. So we could see a you know, continuation of this going into next week. So we'll be watching those key support and resistance areas. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me this week. I hope you enjoyed these video updates. If you did, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more trading content. Thanks. Speak to you soon.